Now, when it comes to getting fit, it's all down to your motivation. But it seems many of us might need some help with that. Recent figures from Sport England show a decline in people visiting gyms and swimming pools, although the number of us running is increasing. We all know that exercise is good for us, especially as we get on a little bit. So now Mr Motivator, of course, is leading a campaign to get more older people active. He joined me earlier on and began by telling me how he continues to live up to his name.
I say to everybody that exercise for me is a bit like not brushing your teeth one morning. Well, if you don't brush your teeth one morning, all day you don't feel right. And until you do, that's when you feel better. And the same thing with exercise. Every single day, I must do something. It doesn't matter what it is, I must do something active to really keep myself going.
And here's the thing, because I'm going to call you Derek.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's your real name. It sounds better than just Mr.
Absolutely. Sir sometimes works.
Sir, I'll call you Sir. Well, it depends how well the interview goes. You look fantastic, of course. Now, your sartorial choices are very much your own, and people don't have to copy that.
No.
But at the age of 62, yes, you're quite young for a gym bunny, because it turns out that 72-year-olds are the ones who are using the gyms most. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think what it is, right, as you get older, obviously your family structure starts breaking down in terms of your daughter, your son, they leave, and all you're left with is your grandchildren. And then all of a sudden you have time to look after you. The one thing about gyms is it offers a social environment where people can get together, right, and actually form friendships. And that is the main thing that older people should be doing, is forming friendships. And those social friendships give you the opportunity, right, to actually go out together, exercise together, play together, and also feel good together. And that's a great thing.
And this is part of this older active scheme, yes, that you're sort of involved with promoting.
Yes.
Do you think enough older people get it, just how important it is?
Well, I think the older person always knew about physical activity, because if you go back 65, 70 years ago, they used to walk to work, they used to ride their bike, they used to do all those things, and then all of a sudden in the middle, the computer age came along, the technology age came along, and then they changed their lifestyle a bit during that time. But now they're realizing, right, in fact, we've been very neglectful, or they've been very neglectful about themselves. Now's the right time to really start doing something about their health and their wellness. And it's never too late. That's the important thing. It's never too late to start. You've got 600 muscles to use. And whenever you're ready, start using those 600 muscles.
I'm using more of mine just grinning at you, Derek. The thing is, it's never too late to start, as you say, yeah, but it would be a good thing if you did start earlier. And it turns out more and more people aren't doing that. Figures from Sport England show a drop in adults participating in sport. Well, we're meant to have the legacy of the Olympics right now, and it hasn't quite worked. How do you feel?
Because I think the focus is slightly wrong in the way we promote health and wellness. We spend all our time putting money into sport, when in fact I cannot remember from my school one person who went on to represent the country. Our emphasis should be on how do we create areas, right, which is safe for people to walk and not have to worry about their children being safe and stuff like that. How we incentivize people so they can go out, right, and exercise, and at the end of the day, there's something they could get. And that's why the initiative I'm involved in, we're trying to find, you know, Britain's most active person. And that's the whole idea, is to find what you do in terms of activity, which we can use as a benchmark to pass on to other people.
So do you think there's still too much of a focus on excellence in sport and not enough of a focus on just being active?
Absolutely right. Listen, the only person you ever remember in an Olympic event is the person who won. You never remember who comes in second. And yet still all those other people put in all the effort to get where it is. So I think we should be spending more effort, right, saying to people, listen, let's actually identify lots of things that you could be doing. That would give you loads and loads of choices. I know swimming has declined, I know that. I know gyms are really doing a good job in terms of the 65-year-olds and older are now going out there and exercising, which is a good thing. But we need to actually push that area in a positive way. I
know one of your theories about swimming declining is because people don't always want to wear fitted clothing. I mean, you accept it, of course. Yes. If people don't want to do that, but they still want to build up a bit of a sweat, yes, final question, what can they do?
There's so much. I mean, for a start, when you're doing your housework, right, you can definitely get a good sweat on, right, if you put a purpose behind it. Also, if you put some music on, that's a great way. Dancing, we know, is fabulous, and it makes you feel good. And I think that's the trick. Anything that makes you smile, right, is always a starting point. And you need to set a goal in your life, right, and that goal maybe I'm going to walk 1 mile. Don't forget the first 2 letters of goal is go. Work towards your goal slowly. Reward yourself as you go along. That's critical. So, you know, train for 5 days. On the 6th day, have a binge, have a party, have a good time about it. And at the same time, don't forget olderactives.co.uk. That's our competition, right? We want to find Britain's most active person.
Won't forget it. Derek, thank you very much indeed. Looking great.
Thank you.